Good evening, YouTube. Allis Chalmers 59. We're back in the shop today. We've got our Allis Chalmers engine block here, and we just got our bearings in the mail the other day. They've been in the refrigerator for 2 days now. I've measured them, and they are a few thousandths, but not much, smaller than the bearings I kept in the house that we originally pulled out. So we're hoping that's going to help us with our install. So tonight we're gonna install all 3 bearings and get our oil holes lined up, and we should be good to go with that and get the cam put in and get everything timed. So I'm going to get you guys in a better spot so you can see what I'm doing tonight, and we'll catch you later. Alright, so we've got our engine block here. And what I did was I ended up purchasing a small hone to come in here and clean this up. There was some grit and just, 50 years of junk underneath these bearings. So I got some oil, cleaned it up, ran the hone through there 2 or 3 times, and I got that pretty well cleaned up. I did each bearing journal. And sorry, I'm out of breath. I had to run to the house. It's really slick out and cold. So we got all 3 bearing holes cleaned up, and it should make installation easier, I think. So we'll get started with the first bearing. We got to get the oil holes lined up. Last night I was able to get the bearing that was screwed up out. And our tool held up that we repaired. So we're going to get our tool put together here. It goes like so. Put these on first. Get these on here. I'm going to get a little bit of WD-40 and spray some WD-40 on here. Just helps with the alignment of everything. That on. I'm gonna put our cone on here. Just get this started here. So our tool's holding up pretty good. At least we'll hope it holds up. If these break again, I've got another set coming, so hopefully we won't have to wait for those. Get that all nice and straight there. So we got our cam bearing here. Well, we're going to start with the front because we know that this one has to go in. Am I going to be able to slide that in there loosely? Yes. This one has to go flush with the face of the block. Get these cam rotated. I honestly should have done this with the cam out, but cam the crank out, but I didn't, and that's okay. So we're gonna get that little hole lined up there, and I can already tell you I think this is gonna go a lot better than it did last time. Okay. I think we're lined up here. Bring it up just a hair. Get this expanded out. Slide our cone here in the back. And get this cinched up. We're looking pretty good. I'm just slightly rotating it. I like that there. Okay. We'll give it some taps here, and hopefully our oil hole's lined up. We'll double check. Make sure it didn't rotate. Loosen that up. I'd rather take my time and double check everything than get it installed and whoops. We got that's looking good. Alright, so we look good back there. Okay. So we'll take the rubber mallet and we're going to hope that this goes in real nice. And we're going to watch it and make sure we don't slip any of the expanders. It's driving in real nice. Gotta find a light. Oh, there's one. So far, so good. Now, I did not put any oil on the cam bearing holes because I'm afraid that it's a possibility that you could slip, the bearing could slip inside. And we don't want to do that. And one more whack and I think we're good. Okay. That went in a lot better than the last time. Probably should have just had the machine shop go ahead and put these bearings in, but you know, it probably would have cost me, oh, I don't even know. Well, since the engine's already torn down, they probably would have charged me a little bit. And I've got 2 sets of bearings, so that's probably about, 60 bucks plus the install tool, but I'll use that at work, so I'll make that up in labor doing cam bearings at work. So I'd say I probably got about $100. Our oil hole is lined up. I feel as though we are protruding just a little bit too much. Slide that back in there. And I switched to the black rubber sleeves that were supplied. They're a little bit thinner, and I don't know if that made a difference or not, but it seems to have maybe helped a little bit. Expand that. Sometimes I can't leave well enough alone. And I think we're good. Looks good to me. Our oil hole is protruding there in the hole. I'm really happy with that. No marks on the bearing, so that's good. Yeah, that looks okay. So I finally figured it out. 5/16 hole. The center main cap, it lines up with that. 1/8 inch hole goes on the right side of the block, which would be the side of the oil filter. The fatter end goes towards the front of the engine. So we've got it squared away. We've got it lined up. Now we just got to drive it in. Now I'm going to be driving it in through the front. Probably shouldn't, but I really don't have another option because that's the easiest way that I can line it up. So I ended up running to Harbor Freight earlier today. I thought it was kind of funny. I mean, it's not really funny, but I ran into a guy that I used to work with. Obviously, I'm not going to name his name, but he's just kind of one of them guys that never quite got his stuff together, if you know what I mean. And I don't know why. He asked me if I was working at the same place, and I said, yeah. And he's like, is it still a hellhole? And I'm like, well, not really. Never was. I don't know. I just think it's kind of, I mean, he doesn't have a job right now, if it tells you anything. I feel sorry for him, but he said he got a 9-month-old baby at home. And I was like, yeah, that's all you really need is a 9-month-old baby at home. I don't know. Maybe he'll get his stuff together and be something, but for right now, I just, you know, you haven't seen somebody for X amount of years, and they're kind of in the same situation that they were before. Kind of makes you wonder what they're doing, you know, with their life. But anyways, cam bearing installation here. I mean, really, I'm not one to sit around, you know. I work 8, 10, you know, maybe even 12 hours, and I come home and work another hour or so back here in the shop. I mean, I just can't sit around. I don't know. That's just me. I don't like being lazy. That's the problem with today. Kids in my generation, they're just lazy. They don't want to do anything. They just want everything handed to them. So far, so good. We haven't broke nothing. I don't know if I'll be able to drive it in with my left hand, but yeah, we're almost. Yeah, I think we're good there. Might have to. That thing's really going in a lot better than it was before. I guess that was my fault for not cleaning up the holes better. I thought I'd just be able to drive them out and run some Scotch-Brite over them. But now y'all learn from my mistakes. We'll get a good look here at it. Now, I don't know if I told you in the last video, I was talking to a guy at work who I didn't know had a cam bearing installer. I wish I would have known, or I would have borrowed this one. Borrowed his, what I mean to say. And then he said he screwed up. He was building a 5.3 high compression engine for his truck, and he said he wasted a set of bearings before he was able to get his in, and he put his in the refrigerator too. I don't know. I wish I could have got some dry ice. I think that would have been better. But seems to be going all right now. Make sure our oil holes are lined up. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to see that. I need a mirror. That's what I need. I can't see. I don't think I'm quite lined up there. I'm gonna drive back the other way just a scotch. Okay. I'm probably doing this backwards, but I'm just doing what works. Why is that so grindy? Get that cone in there. Try to get that even as possible. That oil hole's lined up. Get a small pick and see if I can stick it through there. Without scratching the bearing. Huh. Well, actually, I see a little bit of a hole. And it's at, I think, maybe not. Should have brought my camera home with me. Can't stick a whole pick in there. Found a 1.275 millimeter I'm probably going to be in here all the way. Yeah, I just don't see that hole there. I mean, it looks like it's there, but I don't know. Because the other hole's lined up pretty good. It's almost in the center there. I think I'm going to drive it out just enough to see. It won't take much to drive it out. Cross our fingers, we've been having good luck so far, so I don't want to drive these in and out too much, but we can't let the oil hole be neglected, so. Alright. And if we screw up the center bearing, we've already got another one, so. But we don't want to screw anything up. Okay. Huh. Well, I'm going to let the shop heat up a little bit, and I'll turn you guys off, and I'll catch you here in a little bit. Okay, YouTube, so I've done some research, and it appears that I've ordered the wrong parts. Yeah. So, don't make the same mistake I did. Read, and can I say it again? Read. Make sure you're ordering the right parts. The bearings are all the same size. That's not why we screwed up the bearings. We screwed up the bearings because of the tool or such. I don't know. But, the center cam bearing for this engine, which the serial number is D1417643. The center bearing part number is 230795. Alright. Here in the book that I have, which is a list of parts, is 230795. One center standard bearing. The two front and rear bearings are 209-130. And going to yesterday's tractors, now they're a little confusing. It's not their fault, but basically if you look up D14 bearings, it takes you to the ones that I bought. But the stickler is there's another set of cam bearings for B, C, IB, and some other tractors, but it says replaces 230795. So, and it also says serial number, I think it was 9001 greater than, or no, less than, I'm sorry. So if your serial number is less than, then you get those bearings. Yeah. So I screwed the pooch on that one. So I'm going to call them tomorrow, tell them I haven't installed them, which technically I haven't. And, well, I don't know. Probably not. I'll just order the new bearings and get them coming. I'm tired of messing with this. They are a little bit cheaper. But if you look, I'm going to flip you around. Can I? No, I'll be right back. So, this is the center bearing that comes with this part number. I wonder if will it stop? Nope, it keeps going. So we slide over to so there's a bearing we got. There's the bearing from the other kit we bought, so we screwed up the bearings. Here's the original bearing, or the bearing that was replaced. I don't know, it could be the original bearing. But focus. 237.95. 237.95. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's getting late. So we're gonna have to order new bearings. I don't want to, but we're gonna have to. We have the right outer bearings. Because I looked on the website and the outer bearings are the 209-130s. The center bearings are the 237.95s, and they're in the other kit. So, well, I'll get those ordered, figure something out, and we will go from there. So that concludes this video. If you like my videos, please comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be. So that's why I'm here. I'm doing this and recording it, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube because I don't see a whole lot of other Allis Chalmers engines or tractors being built, and I'm hoping that this is the start of maybe purchasing another tractor to rebuild, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Good luck, and we're all in this together, so be kind to each other. See ya.